The United States is known for having many urban legends that can send chills down your spine. These stories are often not mere fiction, but are rooted in real events that later evolve into legends believed by the surrounding community. One of the most famous stories comes from a grand house that looks beautiful on the outside, but holds mysteries that are difficult to explain with human logic. The house is known as the Winchester Mystery House, a massive building located in San Jose, California. At first glance, it appears to be just an ordinary mansion owned by a wealthy family. However, when someone begins to explore its interior, they will encounter unusual features. The design is confusing, filled with strange hallways, and seems to have been built without any clear pattern. The Winchester Mystery House is more than 160 rooms spread throughout the building. It was built by Sarah Winchester, a wealthy woman who inherited her fortune from her husband. She was the widow of William Wirt Winchester, the heir to the famous rifle company whose products were widely used across the United States at the time. After her husband's death, Sarah's life changed drastically. She not only lost her life partner, but also had to face the loss of other family members. The deep grief made her appear increasingly withdrawn and melancholic. Many people began to notice her behavior becoming more unusual over time. It is said that Sarah believed her family was cursed by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. This belief made her feel constantly haunted by these restless souls. She then sought spiritual help to find a way to escape what she believed was an ever-growing disturbance. A medium once told her that the only way to avoid the wrath of the spirits was to continuously build her house without stopping. The house had to be made complicated so the spirits would get lost and be unable to find her. From that moment on, Sarah began constructing the mansion endlessly without pause. The construction of the house went on for decades and almost never stopped. Workers labored day and night to add new rooms, staircases, and hallways. There was no clear blueprint, making every part of the house feel like a confusing labyrinth. The uniqueness of the house can be seen in the many doors that lead nowhere. Some doors, when opened, lead directly to walls, or even to a drop outside. The staircases inside the house often end abruptly with no clear purpose, adding to the building's mysterious atmosphere. The windows inside the house are equally strange. Some windows face other rooms instead of the outside. This allows light to enter in unusual ways. All of these designs are believed to have been intentionally created by Sarah to trap the spirits that haunted her. In addition to the confusing design, Sarah had unusual habits. She often changed where she slept every night so that the spirits chasing her would not be able to find her. The servants working in the house admitted they rarely knew where Sarah would sleep the next night. Despite being considered strange, Sarah was known as a kind person to her servants. She treated them well and ensured their needs were met. However, behind her kindness lay a deep fear that haunted her every day. Over time, stories about the house continued to grow. Many people believed that not only Sarah experienced supernatural occurrences, but also workers and visitors who had been there. They reported various strange events that were difficult to explain. Some claimed to hear footsteps echoing in empty hallways. Others said they saw shadows moving in corners of rooms, even when no one was there. The sound of doors opening by themselves became one of the most frequently reported phenomena. Not only that, objects inside the house were often reported to move on their own. Chairs shifting, lights suddenly turning on, and mysterious knocking sounds on the walls made the atmosphere even more terrifying for anyone inside. One of the figures often mentioned in these stories is the handyman ghost. This figure is believed to be the spirit of a construction worker who still wanders the house. Many people claim to have seen a mustached man pushing a wheelbarrow or fixing something in a corner. These sightings often happen suddenly and disappear just as quickly. Some visitors even feel like they are watching someone working, but when approached, the figure vanishes without a trace. There is also a story from a renovation worker who experienced something terrifying. While working alone, he felt a tap on his back. At first, he thought it was a colleague, but when he turned around, no one was there. The incident did not stop there. As he climbed the stairs, he felt as if something invisible pushed him. He nearly fell before managing to catch himself. The experience made him leave the place immediately in fear. Another story comes from a tour guide named Samantha. She claimed to have had a strange experience while leading a group of visitors into one of the rooms. The atmosphere in that room felt very different, as if something was watching them. While inside, Samantha heard the faint sound of a young girl breathing. The sound was clear, even though there were no children in the group. When she tried to locate the source, she saw a small shadow running across the corner of the room. The experience sent chills down her spine. but she remained calm in front of the visitors. After the tour ended, she admitted that it was one of the most frightening experiences she had ever had while working there. In addition to first-hand accounts, other evidence has appeared through CCTV recordings. In some footage, dark shadows can be seen moving and then disappearing mysteriously. Many believe these are spirits captured on camera. A ghost hunter named Tim O'Day also conducted an investigation in the house. He took several photos for documentation. However, when reviewing them, he discovered something unexpected. In one of the photos, a faint white figure appeared in a window reflection. At first, it was thought to be a light reflection, but upon closer analysis, it resembled a human figure standing still and staring toward the camera. This finding further strengthened the belief that the house is inhabited by unseen entities. Many people come out of curiosity, but leave with feelings they cannot fully explain. Despite its haunted reputation, the Winchester Mystery House remains a popular tourist destination. Visitors from around the world come to witness its unique architecture and experience its mysterious atmosphere. The tours allow visitors to explore various parts of the house. They can see the strange staircases, mysterious doors, and confusing hallways firsthand. Every corner of the house seems to hold stories yet to be fully uncovered. Some visitors come purely for the architectural uniqueness, while others hope to experience supernatural events firsthand. The combination of history and mystery gives the place a unique appeal. The house was built over approximately 38 years, starting in 1886 until Sarah's death in 1922. During that time, construction never truly stopped, making the house a symbol of deep obsession and fear. With 160 rooms, 40 staircases, 2,000 doors, 47 fireplaces, 13 bathrooms, and 6 kitchens. The house stands as one of the most unique buildings in the world. Every detail reflects the complex mind of its owner. Over time, many paranormal researchers have attempted to uncover the mysteries surrounding the house. They arrive with modern equipment to detect supernatural activity. However, the results only added more questions, as some devices detected strange energies that could not be scientifically explained. Some visitors who are sensitive to energy claim to feel a heavy atmosphere when entering certain rooms. Some suddenly feel dizzy, short of breath, or frightened without any clear reason. These sensations often occur in areas believed to have the highest level of activity, as if something is trying to interact indirectly. Story after story continues to emerge over time, strengthening the house's reputation. Media, television shows, and documentaries have all featured its story, reinforcing its image as one of the most haunted locations in the world, filled with dark history and deep mystery. However, behind all the terrifying stories, some see the house as a symbol of deep grief and trauma experienced by one woman. Sarah Winchester is viewed not only as an eccentric figure, but also as someone trying to fight her fears in an unusual way, creating a masterpiece that eventually became a legend. The debate between logic and belief continues. Some consider all the events to be mere suggestion and psychological effects, while others believe the experiences are too real to ignore. This difference in perspective only makes the story even more fascinating. In the end, the Winchester Mystery House remains an unsolved mystery to this day. Every hallway, every door, and every corner seems to hold stories that feel alive, whispering to anyone who dares to visit. And perhaps that is exactly what keeps the place endlessly intriguing. To this day, the Winchester Mystery House still stands as a silent witness to an unsolved mystery. Whether all of this is merely coincidence, or there truly is something inhabiting the house, remains a question that continues to haunt anyone who hears its story.